Do you live in or around Berlin and always wanted a super nice black table, which even has a place to store your wires underneath? I'll even throw in a pair of real man tools. What's probably even more cool is the fact that your boy Alex Winkler has been trading on this table for well over a year and a half, so I could probably sign it too. Oh my god, she's a beauty. Whew. Ay, ay, ay. So right now I got it on eBay Kleinanzeiger for 50 euros. But if you want to come here and pick it up and you say you're a subscriber on my YouTube channel, I'll give it to you for just a high five. So come on over, pick up the table. It's in perfect condition. Besides a few scratches on the top, I have some pictures in the video description link below. So just go ahead and check out that. Otherwise, this bad boy is ready for use. The reason I'm giving away this table is because I got my new standing table. I got a video about that here if you want to go check it out. And the reason I got a standing table is because I realized I work too much and I sit too much, so I was trying to solve at least one of those problems. Otherwise, the table is fully functional, and just besides a few scratches on the surface, it's totally perfect. And if you're interested in trading, now it's time for the trading recap. Trading recap! And remember, only the most realist traders hit that like button. All right. So let's just start right away with MRNS, because this is the one you guys are probably curious about, as we didn't really do any live trading today. Unfortunately, there was nothing hot right off the gate, although this was the one we almost traded, and I really recommend you guys going back watching the live stream today because there was a lot to learn. I've already rewatched it, and really good stuff. So I'm not going to dive so much into the watch list and what we were doing. I'm just going to recap the trades. But if we do quickly take a look on the watch list, we had TCON over here, really perfect on the scanner, kind of doing exactly what we wanted, but then sold off so wickedly. It was a good thing we didn't trade this one, although pre-market, I did right at 822. I had a limit order here at 3.03. This would have been a phenomenal little trade. I really would have liked this one, but we did miss it anyway. It sold off so aggressively. We had LXRX, which kind of like TCON, really nice market cap and everything. Big dollar volume, $24 million volume, 470 million market cap, so kind of a big market cap. And then 106 shares outstanding. This one, yeah, I don't know. What do you want me to say? This was the loser of the day, completely giving back all its profits, big rally, and then it's just such an aggressive crash. It was a little painful. I'm not going to lie. This one kind of had me on edge a little bit, and I'll tell you why. Because we bought here on the dip, which was kind of at first a nice entry, but then whack, out of nowhere, this thing got completely demolished. So we were down over 10% again on this one, just like the Monday trade, which really kind of freaked me out a little bit. So I'm going to really put the brakes on my pre-market trading just a little bit. I want to watch it a little bit more, get a little bit more comfortable. And if anything, what I really want to be doing pre-market is buying these breakouts. I think this is really what I should be looking for. Obviously, this was extended hours on Thursday, so it doesn't really count, but you'll see with actually TCON, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So we had the opening bell at 7:30. That was right down here, pre-market opening bell, and we rallied it. And I was looking right here at 314. Actually, I remember this perfectly. This could be a good spot to buy. I thought 314, where's that? That was down here. That's when I first looked at it. And then we were consolidating in this area. So we were having that first big break to the upside and the first pullback. This could have been a really nice one. This ran 20%. I mean, this would have been the one to trade, not this breakdown bounce, but really that first pre-market pullback. Way more interesting. So I think in the future, I'm going to put a little bit more emphasis on that. Coming back to LXRX though, yeah, this one really dangerous. I'm happy we kind of just got out of this trade. I could have, got out and broke even or something like that in this, but there's no way I was going to hold through this nightmare. I was super happy to get out on the first bounce. This was actually a really big bounce. It was a 10% bounce, a little bit more even. So, we were negative. A pretty good amount, bounced back up. I closed my position, took my $69 loss, which came out to about 5%, give or take. And I was pretty happy. I was like, woo, I am so glad I'm out of that trade. That was a disaster. Both my pre-market trades this week were just not fun, and yeah, I don't know, not much to say about it. Very quickly, CBIO, also on our watch list, 23 million dollar volume, 90 million market cap, 12 million shares outstanding. I mean, this thing, you know, former runner the day before, big spike. I mean, check out on the long-term chart, big spike yesterday, and then this is today. So we were pulling back, and you know, I was thinking today might be a good trade at any major pullback near support. And originally I was looking at the 6 to 6.5 area, because that's the area down here you'll see in this daily chart again, where there is the big breakout happens. I was thinking, you know, any pullback in this area, although that would be a pretty big pullback, I must say I was probably being way too ambitious on that one. Could be a phenomenal bounce trade. Ultimately, it did pull back to this former breakout zone, so I should have gotten probably a little bit more aggressive here. This bounced over 10%, so this was a pretty nice, or could have been a pretty nice morning trade, basically waiting for that crash right here, putting a limit order in right above 7, waiting for that quick crash, that really flash crash, holding ideally through this. I probably would have closed my position right away, but you know, you would have took 5-7%, or you could have waited all the way and maybe had 11% perfect exit. I mean, perfect entry, perfect exit. But you know, we probably would have had a 4 or 5% trade on this one. But you know, former runner with massive support at $7, you know, we probably could have gotten a little bit more aggressive there, and I kind of wish we did. And you know, we walked away with 2 trades today, or at least 2 trades after the market opened. So let's go back to MRNS. Now this one, I actually originally said I probably won't trade this one, and it wasn't even on my top 3. It was on my watch list, but not my top 3. And this is why. You know, we gapped up pretty slowly, you know, about 10%, but it was nice. It was continuous, you know, progress. There was constant upward momentum, and I should have noticed that. I should have been like, okay, this is looking good. Boom, right out of the gate. This is the only one that really had a big green volume. And then what happens? Let's go zoom in a little bit here on the 5-minute chart in the bottom left here, and you can see, boom, right here, breaks the upside, 5-minute pullback, and then, you know, the VWAP and the EMA coming on support here. This is breakout. This is the first pullback breakout. I totally missed this one. I also discounted this one. You'll see it in the live stream. I was like, you know what, this one could have ran up a little bit more. You know, 3% bounce, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I was kind of right. Like, I typically want to avoid those. This one also had very small dollar volume at first. Now it has $20 million volume around noon, but originally this thing was, you know, tiny. So I missed this whole entire pull up. I originally wanted to buy again here, and it ran here originally right here at 1.74 or something like that. So these all could have been little entries. You got to watch out. These little things creep to the upside. Watch yesterday's trading recap video, because we had the exact same setup. And you know, any of these pullbacks would have been really, really good. Here I was a little bit, I thought it was going to crash. I had a limit order at 8.81 or something like that. I was thought that there was going to be a little bigger crash here. Boom, big breakout though. And then when we saw that breakout at $2, I was like, okay, there is some momentum behind this thing. I am going to go ahead, and this is an Oppenheimer. They upgraded them. Oppenheimer is a big financial research company, and they upgraded them to, I think, $6 or something. So that's pretty bullish. Big breakout past the $2. I mean, everything was going for it. So when we had a pullback back to $2, we closed the live stream around 10 o'clock, so right here. And you know, I didn't know when this was going to happen, but I did know at one point it was probably going to retest too. And that's when we entered here with an original position of 700, and then I entered again here with a position of 100. This was a really awkward, weird fill. It filled 2 and then 98. Even though it dipped down here, I couldn't even explain what really happened in this area. Anyway, then, you know, the price ran up and we got a nice little exit. I sold a little too early at 2.02, which was right here. You know, we could have squeezed out another 2% or maybe even 3% on this one. But, you know, this bounce was pretty nice. So it ran 8%, almost 9%. And yeah, we squeezed out almost 5% of that. So more than half of this run we got. And this, you know, we made $74 on this trade. So we ended today green. We ended in the green, barely, small scratch. I wish I had, you know, I actually had one more trade, and I was really thinking, you know, maybe I should trade this again, because when it touched $2 right here, right afterwards, I was so on board. I was like, I really want to trade this again. I know it's probably not going to be a big move, but I know almost for a fact, you could probably score like 2-3% off of this one. You know, enter right here around $2 near that breakout, and then sell into any little spike. So that could have been a nice little 3%. But, you know, we'll see what happens once I have unlimited trades, once we reach our $25,000 challenge. So yeah, now this one's running. I mean, if you bought here and you held all the way, I mean, that's a 12% move. So they're really nice. I want to be done with trading though before 11. I don't want to be trading after 11. I don't want to be in front of my computer all day. The reason I like trading is because it gives me so much freedom. It gives me freedom to decide when I want to work, how long I want to work, all that stuff. So I don't want to become a slave to trading, and that's why I trade pre-market and the market open, and so really no more than 2 hours. And really, yeah, that's really what I want to focus on. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a phenomenal weekend. I will see you guys then again first thing on Monday. Till then, ciao, ciao.